Lights out for race one of the Motul FM Superbike World Championship saw a dramatic start heading into turn one. Top Rack Razgat Lioglu kept P1 from pole position, but behind there was a multi-rider crash. Sam Lowe's, Alvaro Bautista and Yari Montella all coming down at the opening corner on the opening lap. It was a disastrous start for riders who would have felt they were in contention for a strong result at Donington. At the front, Alex Lowe's gave the British fans something to cheer as he passed Toprak Razgat Lioglu for P1 on lap 2. But unfortunately, his race came to an end at turn 4 a couple of laps later, losing the front of his motor at the Crane curves. Behind, Nicolo Bulliger was making gains after losing ground at the start, passing Andrea Locatelli to move into a provisional P2, chasing down title rival Toprak Razgat Lioglu. Jonathan Ray was enjoying one of his best races in blue, running in the podium positions until teammate Andrea Locatelli came through at turn 4 before Danilo Petrucci followed suit a couple of laps later to demote the number 65 into P5. He then had to contend with a fast-charging Scott Redding, who had gone from 17th on the grid to the top 5. Ika Lecuona's race coming to an end with a technical issue on his Honda machine. Danilo Petrucci had started from 9th on the grid, but moved into the podium places around halfway through the race as he got ahead of Andrea Locatelli, while Ryan Vickers was enjoying one of his best races in World Superbike in his rookie campaign. Scott Redding was pushing hard to keep Jonathan Ray behind, sliding his way through Coppice Corner. Although with 2 laps to go, he was again sideways heading into the Melbourne Loop, running wide, and the number 65 taking full advantage to move back into P5. Toprak Razgat Lioglu was in control, but a huge moment on the final lap meant he almost lost the race win. He was able to collect it round the final 2 corners and claim a 10th victory at Donington Park. He now has 10 wins at the British venue, surpassing Tom Sykes' record, while he also becomes only the 2nd rider to have 10 or more wins at 2 different venues, alongside Jonathan Ray. Nicolo Bulliger was able to fight back to 2nd and ensure Razgat Lioglu could only gain 5 points on him in the title race, but that gap heading into Sunday's action is now just 4 points. Danilo Petrucci completed the rostrum. Razgat Lioglu coming home 6.5 seconds clear of Bulliger, with Danilo Petrucci in 3rd. Andrea Locatelli and Jonathan Ray were 4th and 5th on a strong day for the number 65, with Scott Redding 6th after starting from 17th. Ryan Vickers will perhaps be a bit disappointed with 12th on a day that promised so much for the rookie. There were retirements for Ivo Lopez, Ika Lecuona, Tommy Bridewell, Tito Rabat, Alex Lowe's, Bautista, Sam Lowe's and Yari Montella.
For me, the weekend is not really good starting, but we are every session again improve the bike. Especially, we are not feeling the bike like last year, but anyway, we are trying to best always. In the race, I'm not sure which tire is better, but I'm just using X tire because I have 2 options, but AC0 is not working. I choose the ACX, but the end of the race is not easy to manage. But in the race, especially the beginning, I'm not pushing. In the middle, I'm pushing a little bit. I see the gap, and after I'm riding a little bit calm for the tire. For me, it's a good race, but we have 2 more races tomorrow.